One of the smartest decisions in Wednesday was expanding the role of the Addams family and tying each member more directly to the show's central mysteries, including Pugsley, who previously felt like a distant side character. Even with limited screen time in Season 1, Pugsley is portrayed as emotionally vulnerable and sensitive. The opening scene sets the tone. Wednesday finds him stuffed inside a school locker, tied up with rope and a red apple in his mouth. Without a second thought, she sets out for revenge. It's a quick moment, but it speaks volumes. Even if Wednesday acts cold, there's clearly a strong bond between them. Another key moment is when Wednesday is about to leave for Nevermore Academy. Pugsley tries to say goodbye with a hug, but she refuses. His reaction is genuine and affectionate, highlighting the emotional contrast between the two. While Wednesday keeps her distance, Pugsley openly expresses his feelings, showing that he's far more soft-hearted than his sister. These small but powerful scenes add depth to Pugsley's character and show how the series is carefully fleshing out even the more overlooked members of the Addams family. It's impossible not to compare Netflix's Wednesday to the classic 1,990 seconds version of the Addams family. And among all the characters, Pugsley is perhaps the one who stands out as the most radically reimagined. Even knowing these are two entirely different universes with distinct tones, audiences, and storytelling goals, the contrast is striking. The Pugsley we see in Wednesday is far more vulnerable, introspective, and emotionally insecure. In the 90 seconds, it's hard to picture him being bullied at school. Back then, he seemed like the kind of kid who would set traps rather than fall into them. But in the Netflix version, it's Wednesday who drops piranhas into the pool to defend her brother from bullies, a role reversal that signals this new interpretation. And this isn't a flaw. On the contrary, it reflects how the series is rebuilding the Addams family through more grounded, relatable dynamics. Despite their morbid and eccentric nature, they deal with the same issues any real family would: arguments, insecurity, unresolved tension. Wednesday is constantly at odds with Morticia. Morticia has her own baggage with her mother, and Pugsley struggles with loneliness and the fear of not belonging. This sense of isolation is exactly what drives one of the season's major events. Trying to cast a spell to become more likable, Pugsley accidentally awakens the zombie Isaac. That moment becomes a turning point for his character. We learn that he inherited the same powers as Uncle Fester, and later, it's revealed that Gomez had them too. Pugsley ends up playing a crucial role in the story. Not only did he awaken Isaac, but he's also used as an energy source in the ritual to extract the hide from Tyler. What's most compelling is how the show handles this growth without turning Pugsley into a conventional hero. He remains quiet, unsure of himself, and socially awkward, but he also shows bravery and a unique empathy. He treats Isaac like a pet, never showing fear or hesitation. The series makes it clear, Pugsley may struggle with connection, but he's far from weak. This version of Pugsley isn't just a rewrite, it's an evolution, and it sets the stage for even more meaningful development in future seasons. It's impossible not to address how Eugene was portrayed in the new season, especially in relation to Pugsley. A lot of people noticed, and I did too, that his behavior became noticeably harsher, particularly toward Pugsley. And since this video is focused on Pugsley, that shift deserves some attention. Being close to an Addams has never been easy. It takes an open mind to accept the strange as normal. Eugene showed that openness with Wednesday almost instantly. Their bond formed naturally. He was a lonely kid, obsessed with bees, and clearly no one wanted to be around him until Wednesday showed up. But with Pugsley, things were different. Even though they became roommates, their connection didn't develop in the same way. Eugene wasn't nearly as welcoming with him as he had been with Wednesday, and that stands out because Pugsley is actually much more emotionally open than his sister. Sure, he's still an Addams he loves, creepy, macabre things, but deep down, he's kind, affectionate, and far more receptive to others. It's exactly because he struggles to make friends that he ends up clinging to anyone who shows him the slightest bit of attention. That's where Isaac comes in. To Pugsley, Isaac wasn't a threat. He genuinely believed the zombie would never hurt him because, in his eyes, they were friends. And as strange as it sounds, it made perfect emotional sense for him. Isaac was the only being who paid attention to him, who listened, who was there. That bond, flawed and dangerous as it was, came from a place of deep loneliness. And in the end, even Eugene realizes it. He admits he should have been a friend to Pugsley, that if he had stepped up earlier, maybe Pugsley wouldn't have trusted Isaac so blindly and wouldn't have ended up getting captured by him. Still on the topic of friendship, one relationship that holds a lot of untapped potential is between Pugsley and Agnes, the outcast with the power of invisibility. The two barely share any scenes, and their interaction is minimal. But that's exactly why the idea of a deeper connection between them is so compelling. They're both searching for the same thing, a sense of belonging and someone who truly sees them. And honestly, they'd probably really enjoy each other's company. Agnes is invisible in more ways than one. Beyond her literal power, she's socially overlooked, quietly yearning for connection. Pugsley, meanwhile, carries the Atom's name, but often feels like he doesn't quite fit, misunderstood, and left out, even within his own world. In truth, Agnes may have simply chosen the wrong Atoms. If she had focused all that obsessive energy she aimed at Wednesday toward Pugsley instead, that friendship might have formed instantly. He's far more open, emotionally available, and genuinely looking for someone to connect with. A bond between the two could have felt natural, heartfelt, and deeply meaningful. So, what do you think? Could a friendship between Pugsley and Agnes shift the entire dynamic of the series? It would be amazing to see two outcasts finding strength in each other. Who knows, maybe we'll see it in a future season. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps the channel keep bringing you fresh, thoughtful theories and deep dives. And of course, if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Drop a comment below with what you'd like to see in Wednesday's future and which characters you think deserve more spotlight. See you in the next video.